championship season is here, and your Patriots are looking to push for the playoffs. We'll let you know how their regular seasons ended. Plus, the beginning of winter sports, your flex announcements, and more on this edition of the Sports Desk. Greetings and salutations, amigos. Once again, I'm Matthew Pertz. Fall sports have begun their final sprint to the finish line for the 2014 season, starting with the sport that quite literally sprints, cross country. The team traveled to Wendell for a race against East Wake and River Mill, with both boys and girls teams winning convincingly. The ladies were led by Hannah Zanker, who has never placed below first in a conference race in her career, while the boys racked up a perfect score by having all the first 6 finishers in the race. Both teams also ran in the NCAC Conference Championship last Friday. The results are still jogging back from Cary, so we'll update you next week. The running program here at FA is looking to expand their dominance by adding a track team in the winter and spring. Let's go to Claire Batten with more.
We recently spoke with Coach Martin to get the inside scoop on Franklin Academy's brand new track team.
On Tuesday, we had a interest meeting for track, and we had a really big turnout. And we're going to try to begin practices in the spring, probably early in the spring, sometime in February. Mainly for the first year, we'll probably stick to just running events and maybe some long jump events. But right now we're still looking for a good place to practice and still organizing that and hoping for just a really good start to a new sport here at Franklin Academy.
Why do you like track?
I like track because I'm able to do a wide range of distances. I've always liked running, so just the track team is able to do short distances like sprinting. Then I'm also able to do more long distance things like 1 mile and 2 mile runs, and I really enjoy doing those, so it's nice.
Cross country isn't the only team controlling their conference. The boys' soccer team has been rolling over their opponents, with their most recent wins being an 8-1 battering of River Mill and a 2-0 shutout of East Wake. The boys have 2 more regular season games this week, including senior night against Voyager this Wednesday. One senior Patriot, Peter Cassay, played the first 3 years of his varsity career at goalie before making the switch to striker. Why the sudden change? Cody Holtman has the answer.
This season, the boys soccer team has experienced a change on the pitch. Senior Peter Cassay, who has been the starting keeper for the past 3 years, has been moved out of goal and up to the striker position. We asked him a few questions about what it has been like to go from all-state and all-conference keeper to a dangerous scoring threat up top.
Well, last year and freshman and sophomore year, I was goalkeeper, and then this year we lost a lot of good forwards and midfielders, so...
Coach Cassay includes his input on the situation as well.
It's kind of a natural fit for him outside of the keeper role that he plays. He's persistent, he's physical, you know, he adds an element of creativity, and that's what you need in a striker.
Junior Jacob Faulkner plays alongside Peter up top, and he says what he thinks of the change in positioning.
I wouldn't have Peter back in goal because he's a great help on offense, and Austin's doing a great job holding the goal down.
For the FA Sports Network, I'm Cody Holtman. Back to you guys in the studio.
Girls golf has made major strides this year. The team finished 3rd overall in the conference championship after putting up their best score of the year. After sending no golfers to regionals last year, the squad will be represented by 3 different players this season: Sarah Allen, Aaron Walsh, and Emma Bowers. Congrats to all of the Lady Patriots golfers. Girls tennis has also been on a roll recently, destroying their first state playoff opponent in Gates County in a 6-0 sweep. Perhaps the team's success has been influenced by the team's new supervisor of morale, Logan. Let's send it out to Zach Abdikrim with the scoop.
Good afternoon, FA. My name is Perry Frudiger, and I'm here to tell you about this year's girls JV volleyball team. With an extremely successful season with 15 wins and 1 loss, this is how their season played out.
I think some of us have played together before, like in middle school, and then some of the freshmen have played together before, and we have some experience on the team, so I think that helps with our communication, and then that also helps bring up our skill level so that we can just have a good all-around play.
Because of the large amount of girls that tried out for volleyball last year, the coaches decided to make a JV volleyball team so that they can gain experience. Here's Coach Harris with more.
Season, a winning record, and to build the fundamentals to help feed into the varsity program. So this year the JV was very successful. Record was 15-1. I think all individuals grew. We took some with previous experience and put them in positions and taught them some basic skill sets. And then we took other players who never played volleyball before. From there they became outside hitters, defensive players, and overall they gained the skills to help them be able to compete, have the potential at least to make the varsity program next year.
While the addition of the team has had direct impact on the underclassmen, they aren't the only ones that see the value of having a junior varsity team. Arissa Roars talks to us about how she thinks it is beneficial as well.
So having a JV volleyball team this year is very beneficial to the younger athletes because it's giving them more time and being able to focus on improving their skills so that in the next couple of years when they move up to varsity, they're going to be a lot more experienced and ready for the intensity that varsity games will bring.
That's all for you this week. Back to you guys in the studio.
Now, time for your weekly Flex update. Tomorrow, Anime Club will be the lone organization meeting in Flex. Thursday is quite packed as usual, with the Cross Club, Latin Club, and National Science Honor Society conferring in Flex A, while Junior Civitan Club, National Art Honor Society, and the National Honor Society will gather on the flip side in Flex B. Friday boasts the weekly Student Council meeting, as well as the ever-popular Spirit Club. Also, all sophomores will be taking the plan test in the auditorium Thursday morning, and the theater program will be hosting a performance on Friday night at 7 o'clock. Now, back to the sports. Volleyball has been quite busy recently, playing 4 games in 6 days. The varsity team overcame Research Triangle on the 9th, followed by a sweep of Chatham Charter on senior night, honoring the team's 4 seniors, Arissa Roars, Taylor Rice, Emily Andrews, and Lauren Smith. They then traveled to New Life on the 13th and Voyager on the 14th, falling in both matches. The team is currently waiting to find out their state tournament matchup. The JV team played nearly the same schedule, with 3 games in 5 days. The unit played Chatham Charter on the 10th, New Life on the 13th, and Voyager on the 14th, conquering all opponents in 2-0 sweeps. The addition of the new JV team has had great success over the course of this season. The coaches believe that this bodes well for the future of the varsity program.
Hello, Faye. My name is Zach Abdikrim. The girls' tennis team have been doing great over this year. Since the beginning of the season, their skills have greatly improved. This could be the work of Logan, the mystery man who comes out to the courts to help them out. We got to talk to Anastasia Shimoniak and Bonnie Morgan about their thoughts on it.
Logan has helped our team a lot by being an experienced player that we can play with to get better before our games and practices and everything. He's somebody that is friends with Coach Duffy that comes out and helps us practice. Logan comes and he helps us warm up and practice our strokes, and he works with us on techniques so we can improve before our games.
Well, I met Logan. He sent me an email because he saw us out here practicing one day 2 or 3 years ago. He started playing with me and my friends on Sunday afternoons, and he's a good guy, and he's a really good tennis player. And he's going to be a minister one day. Hopefully, he says a youth minister, so he thought this might be a good experience to experience some youth and see if that's really what he wants to do.
I know Logan because I hit with him just about every day here at the girls' tennis practice. I hit with Logan because he really helps me as a tennis player, and He gives me advice on what to do, and it really does help. He helps out with the girls' team. He provides them with good advice, and he practices with them. And he critiques what they do wrong, and he tells them what they do right. Some positive reinforcement. He just really helps the team. He helps practice with them. He critiques what they do wrong, but all in all, he's really good at helping the girls' tennis team out.
Mr. Cornegie has issued a call to all creative writers. The annual Franklin Academy Literary Magazine is now accepting submissions for their fourth quarter publication. Seniors, it is imperative that you choose and submit your senior quote to yearbook@franklinacademy.org. If you don't, the yearbook gods will silently mock you for the rest of eternity. For the rest of the student body, yearbooks are only $55 right now. The next price increase will inflate the price of a yearbook to approximately $4 million. I'm no economist, but the number seems to favor ordering now. As you can probably tell by my cozy attire, the weather is cooling down and winter sports are primed to begin. Basketball and swimming are ready for successful seasons, and while cheerleading doesn't actually compete, they work just as hard as any other team here at FA, as shown by the addition of a new JV squad. Sean Beatty has the details.
This year, the cheerleading squad is looking for the Pat power at your FA basketball games. This year, they're looking to kick it up to 11.
The JV squad is looking pretty good as they prepare to begin their first season. They, along with the varsity squad, are going to make this year a great one.
This year, the cheerleading squad is a lot bigger. We have the JV squad now, as well as the varsity, whereas last year we just had varsity. So we have 11 girls on each squad, which makes practices, a lot bigger in general. We also have a lot of talent this year because of the new girls that came up from the middle school that are now cheering with us. They have a lot of raw talent, and me and Erica are really excited to be teaching them the new cheers and old cheers as well, and dances, so that they can teach the other girls when we leave this year.
The senior captains, Erica Johnson and Maddie Brooks, have been on the squad since freshman year and have continued to improve as they lead the team in their final year.
The JV girls, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little rough right now trying to get cheers taught, the bench cheers, the floor cheers, the sideline cheers. It's all just a whole lot. We're throwing at them all at once. Not to mention Miss Neary coming every Friday to teach us a brand new dance. So I think the JV girls are doing great with it, but it's just a matter of getting them all learned and getting them ready for our first game on October 30th.
That's all for this week. For everyone here at the Media Department, I'm Matthew Pertz, reminding you that the FDA recommends 25 grams of fiber and 18 milligrams of iron on a daily basis, which can be obtained by eating 3 rubber bands and half of a staple.